Here's Margie. So good things. You're reaching forward well. You look comfortable in the water and comfortable breathing. Getting a pretty decent pull. We'll talk more about that when we look at the underwater section. Biggest issue is body position, and a lot of that is due to your head being a bit high. So when your head's more out of the water than not, as it is here, your lower body is going to sink a bit. So that's going to cause some drag. Biggest fix for that is going to be to drop your head and keep it lower in the water. So when you're turning to breathe, you can see how your face is really almost out of the water. In order to breathe, you don't need to be out of the water that much. So where you want to feel the water hitting your head is going to be the very top or crown of your head, and something that may help you do that is to look straight down as you're swimming. So look straight down, feel the water on the top of your head. Now I know when we worked on this prior, you wound up driving your head a little too low, or previously it was too low. So you got to find a bit of a happy medium there. Here, looking at streamline. Are your hips and legs staying in the same line as your upper body, and how's your rotation? So hips and legs good. There might be a slightest bit of a kick out as you turn to breathe. You can see right there. That's called a scissor kick. A lot of people do that when they're turning to breathe as kind of a support. In order to fix that, what you would want to do is think, when I'm turning to breathe, don't kick, because it's minor, but like everything, it adds up. A little bit of extra drag will slow you down. Hand position good. Where you're reaching to is right on, pretty much directly in front of your shoulders, and that's where you want to reach to. And your rotation was good. So reach forward, rotation, all that good. Work on the body position as far as the above water stuff. Now here, looking at the pull. So definitely getting some high elbow catch on that left arm. You can see the very clear difference in your upper arm angle and forearm angle as you pull through. So that's good. And on the right arm, a little more of what I call a straight arm pull, where you're kind of pulling straight down, straight back. Part two, if you remember when we met, I think with both hands, as you kind of finish through, or the push of the stroke, your hand is turning in towards your body. And so if your hand turns in towards your body as you're finishing, you're not getting the full push that you are able to. So as you get to the second half of the pull push, you want to keep your hand flat relative to the back wall of the pool. When we do the freeze frames at the end, you'll be able to see that better, but your hands are turning in basically about the 2/3 of the way through the stroke point. So keep that left arm pretty good catch. Maybe put the fingers a little closer together. Right arm, work on the high elbow catch. So here, looking at the path you pull through, or where do your hands pull through, that's right on. Just pretty much straight back. A little bit of internal rotation as you go through is fine, but that was very good. Dropping the head just a little bit. So it's still a little high here, but your hips and legs are up a bit more, so it's incremental. There you go, that's a little better still. So what you want to see is just when you're reaching forward, not breathing. There you go, right there. That's it. So what? So head position here again. So this is better. Head a little lower, lower body up a little higher. That's what you want to see. So that's definitely going to help. That's good, right there. So revisiting underwater, see if you were to compare this to the previous round, your legs and hips are up higher here. That was what we were focusing on. It's a definite improvement. On this section, we hadn't really tried to address the pull as much. I was more concerned with getting the body position correct. So that's good. So this is thinking about the hand finish, trying to keep that hand flat or parallel to the back wall as you push through. So this looks better. Yeah, so this is better. I mean, it's not the most powerful part of the stroke, the push and finish of the stroke, but it certainly adds up. And when you're talking about longer distances, for sure. But yeah, getting a complete, thorough push through is really going to be helpful. There's a drill called sculling. That may help. You skull midway and then push back, and it works on some of that feeling. Very good. So, freeze frame. Good rotation, good extension. You know, you reach forward real well. And then if you look at the angle of your forearm and upper arm, little bit of a curve there. So getting a little bit of curvature. That's good. You just want more of that. So that was the beginnings of a high elbow catch. What you ultimately, and then here you could see how the hand had rotated inwards. So that's, you know, about 2/3 of the way. And there you're getting very little benefit from your hand arm push at that point. That's why I really was concerned with that. So what you want to see is more like what your left arm is going to do, where there's a very obvious difference in the angle of your upper arm and forearm as you're getting that high elbow or early vertical forearm catch. And so you're starting right here, and then major difference in the angle, right? That's the getting to be a better catch. Could still be a little better. Hand and forearm could be almost directly straight up and down or vertical in the pull, but that was pretty good. So keep those fingers a little closer together, and then be aware of what your hand is doing on this arm as well as you finish the stroke. So I hope that helps.